There's a truth about wealth that most people will never hear. It's not because it's some hidden secret, but because it demands a kind of silence most people never practice. The silence of self-awareness. The stillness where you finally confront who you are and who you could become. You see, wealth isn't just a number in your bank account. It's not the house on the hill, the cars in the garage, or the applause of a crowd. True wealth is a reflection. It is the visible echo of your invisible mindset. The poor chase wealth as if it's running away from them, but the wealthy attract it because they've already become the kind of person who deserves it. You cannot earn what your mind rejects. You cannot attract what your spirit contradicts. And you absolutely cannot hold on to what your habits are designed to sabotage. That's the real truth. When you look at every self-made titan of history, Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford, Jobs, see a pattern, an invisible law in motion. They didn't begin with wealth. They began with a decision that said, I will no longer live as a victim of circumstance. They understood that the first empire you must conquer isn't built on land, it's built in your thoughts. Every great fortune begins with a mental rebellion. A rebellion against average thinking, against making excuses, against the soft, easy comfort of blaming the world. You will never build wealth until you declare war on your own limitations. Think about Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before he finally lit up the world. Andrew Carnegie started as a telegraph boy. Henry Ford was fired from his first 2 jobs. Walt Disney was once told he lacked imagination. But here's what separated them from everyone else. They didn't see failure as a final verdict. They saw it as a signal from the universe that said, grow more. They learned that the wealth of a person begins with the wealth of their mind. The average person asks, what do I need to be rich? But the extraordinary person asks, who do I need to become because your wealth will always rise to meet the level of your identity. If your mind is small, your fortune will shrink to fit it. But when your vision expands, your reality has no choice but to follow. You can't live with a scarcity mindset and expect abundance to just show up. The soil of scarcity only produces weeds: fear, doubt, envy, resentment. You have to tear it all up, plant new beliefs, and water them with relentless, daily action. You must train your mind to see opportunity where others only see risk. That is the foundation of all wealth, not money, but mentality. The greatest transformation you will ever experience happens when you stop seeing wealth as something out there and start realizing it begins right here, inside you. Because the truth is, you can never outperform your own self. You cannot rise above the limits you've accepted for yourself. If you think like you're broke, you'll stay broke even if a pile of money falls into your hands. Just look at the stories of lottery winners. They gain wealth without earning the wisdom to manage it. And within a few years, eat about it. Why? Because their mindset could not hold what their habits couldn't protect. They were financially rich, but mentally poor. Wealth is not built by accident. It is engineered by design. Every thought, every decision, every habit is a single brick in the mansion of your destiny. You either build with intention, or you decay by neglect. The wealthy know that money is not the goal, it's the byproduct. It's what happens when value meets vision, when discipline meets purpose, when unwavering faith meets consistent action, and that's the real difference. Poor minds chase comfort, wealthy minds chase growth. Comfort is the currency of mediocrity. Growth is the investment of greatness. There comes a moment in every life when you have to choose. Do you want to feel good, or do you want to be great? Do you want ease now, or excellence forever? Because one destroys the other. You cannot serve both comfort and purpose. The person who spends their evenings in distraction can never rise above the person who spends their evenings in preparation. The one who fills their hours with entertainment will always envy the one who fills their hours with education. The great Jim Rohn once said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish it were better." That is the very essence of wealth creation. The world doesn't owe you ease. It offers you opportunity. And opportunity is almost always disguised as effort. Every dream demands payment in discipline. Every success asks for sacrifice in advance. You can't skip the costs and expect to own the reward. Wealth isn't about luck, it's about alignment. When your thoughts, your actions, and your habits are all aligned with creating value, wealth becomes inevitable. But when they are scattered, wealth becomes impossible. So ask yourself, right now, are you sowing seeds, or are you just watching weeds grow? Are your hours invested, or are they wasted? Because the marketplace doesn't pay for potential, it pays for proof. The proof of your growth, the proof of your consistency, the proof of your discipline. No one remembers the person who almost changed their life. The world only crowns those who finish the work. And that is where your mindset finally becomes your destiny, the moment your belief meets your behavior. Because a belief without behavior is just a wish. But a belief that is lived out day after day becomes a law of your life. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey. We have so much more to share.